Welcome to the Effin' Brand of Wrestling and Entertainment here on YouTube.com. You are watching Effin' True Wrestling. My name is JC Styles and I am back with another video for you tonight. Now, you clicked on the title of this video and I'm going to get right into it. If you guys have followed our videos from 2010 when we first started Effin' True Wrestling, you do know that we were really into TNA. Now, I started to really get disenchanted and really falling out of love with the company when Hulk Hogan signed with the company. And every week we saw Hogan. Now, don't get me wrong. There were some cool things about Hogan signing with the TNA, and that was Immortal. When we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know who they were. You know, that storyline was pretty cool for a little while. Then you went from that to the Ace and Ace, which dragged on for too long. And that's when I really fell out of love with the company, and I just stopped watching it at that point. Now, with that being said, throughout the years, TNA has invested a lot of money and has put themselves financially in a hole with trying to compete with the WWE, losing ratings, having to cut costs, lack of creativity for storylines, lack of talent, and with talent leaving as well, and then they got dropped from Spike because Spike didn't want a product that was not going to deliver ratings on their network. Now TNA had to go and find a new network. Panda Energy wanted to pull out, and on top of that, the flip-flop with champions every week. No one wants to see a company where the championship changes every week. So, as of now, they're canceling flights. They're canceling shows. They're canceling appearances. And there might be a chance the TNA fans that are looking forward to Bound for Glory, which was TNA's second biggest pay-per-view, might not even happen because they don't have the funds to pay the talent. Now, I read an article a little while ago, and I'm going to read it as is. This is coming from WrestlingZone.com and is also coming from Ringside News. As noted earlier today, TNA President Billy Corgan appeared on ESPN Radio's Dan Lee Batard show. During the appearance, Corgan confirmed that Vince McMahon from the WWE are still in the bidding war to purchase TNA. Corgan added there is a gunfight right now over who will get majority control of TNA. And when asked by the show, how do you beat Vince McMahon when he wants to purchase something, Corgan said you don't. Reporting WWE is still involved in TNA purchase negotiations and noted WWE is in confident buyer stance. DeMoro added WWE is comfortable letting the situation play out because they realize the pressure TNA is currently under. Now, here's the thing. If Vince McMahon does buy TNA, I have a feeling all the talent, the video library, the talent, all that stuff is going to go into a WWE vault, into a WWE warehouse, and we're not going to see it ever again. The video library could possibly end up on the network. Now, I'm wondering is if Vince McMahon does buy TNA, are they going to do what they did with WCW? Give Impact X amount of weeks to get their affairs in order. Then Vince show up on TNA like he did with WCW when he purchased it back in 2001. Is he going to have some of the talent come over to the WWE like he did with WCW and ECW? Now, whatever Vince wants, Vince gets. We know that. He purchased WCW and ECW. Now he could possibly wind up buying TNA. If he purchases TNA, he will have solely killed 3 companies. Now, it is unsaid right now if this is actually going to happen. But the way I look at it is, I watched an Impact Wrestling not too long ago. What the hell is going on with the Hardy Boys? Bobby Lashley? Like, seriously? What is going on in that company? I'm like, I thought I was in a Twilight Zone, because Jeff Jarrett would have never let this company get this bad. And that was the one thing. Jeff Jarrett, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, still has a little bit of TNA stock left. I honestly don't see TNA lasting. I really feel bad for the talent, because at one point TNA was on fire. TNA was the alternative to the WWE. Yeah, they didn't have big venues and things like that, but they had a solid show. Wrestlers who wanted to wrestle. Wrestlers who can wrestle. And now that's going to go bye-bye. And right now, TNA is the only other lasting promotion that's still on TV. Jeff Jarrett's company's not on TV as far as I know. Global Force Wrestling, I don't think they're on TV. ROH has been stricken to internet shows. So, what's going to happen? I mean, seriously. It's funny because I'm here wearing a TNA t-shirt, and if you would have told me 6 years ago I'd be shooting this video and talking about TNA closing its doors, I probably wouldn't believe you. Because honestly, this is what's going to happen. If Vince buys TNA, TNA is officially closed. There's not going to be any impact. There's going to be no talent, because he's going to purge the talent. He's going to take what superstars he likes and probably send them down to NXT. And that's that. And over the last several months, you've had some of the NXT stars leave TNA stars leave and come over to WWE. Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, James Storm left TNA to come over here and then went back to TNA and possibly going to wind up going back to the WWE. Eric Young is in WWE now on NXT. Like, next thing you know, we're going to see Christopher Daniels. You already got Samoa Joe and you got AJ. So, I mean, those are your three dogs right there. Those are AJ started TNA. He was with TNA since day one, and he left the company because of where it was going and went and pursued a career elsewhere in Japan and killed it over there. I have no idea, guys. I honestly think TNA is right now, if TNA is sick and it's in hospice right now, it's just a matter of time before the plug is pulled. Plain and simple. Whether it's Vince or someone else, TNA is closing. If Vince buys it, it's a guarantee that TNA is going to close, because Vince isn't gonna buy a company and just to fund it. Vince is gonna buy a company to shut it down, like he did with WCW and with ECW. Guys, for the effing brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com, my name is JC Styles. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment box below. Let me know your thoughts on the current condition and the current state of TNA Impact Wrestling, and let me know your thoughts. My name is JC Styles, and I'll catch you later.